Just trucking right along here this morning. Coming up this summer, gas stations running out of gas. Jim Grundy on the line here with us, trucking country industry analyst in Texas. And Jim, we're already running out of gas. What's going on, pal?
Well, this problem's not helping, I can tell you that. The issue out there at the pipeline. But, yeah, there's a trucker shortage. There's a labor shortage and a massive labor demand, if that makes sense. It
does. When you pay people to sit on their butts and not go to work, what do you expect?
Funny how that works, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Jim, this is getting serious, and I'm thinking that we got a lot of people ought to be impeached for treason.
Well, you're making. I think they're making a mess. I think they're making a serious miscalculation of government intervention. Number one, the central government's already way too involved in our day-to-day lives, but you start dangling money over people's heads as an incentive not to push commerce and the economy forward. What are we really teaching them? You're giving someone a fish rather than teaching them how to fish. And that down here in Texas, I mean, we're open for business. We're sitting here saying we have 500,000 jobs in Texas available right now. Our company can't find enough truck drivers, and we're grossing $14,000 a week, and it's absurd. It's crazy.
Jim, we've had this conversation before, and I don't know what the problem is besides, because I know they're not paying people $14,000 a week to stay home, but at the same time, to get a job like yours, you do need some experience. I mean, we're talking about a very, very skilled position.
Yeah, we work in the oil fields, and the $14,000 is gross revenue, right? But We're seeing, on average, folks take home net dollars, real dollars, 8, 10, 11,000 net dollars a week.
Wow.
They come down here and they work in the oil fields. They deliver dirt. We deliver dirt. So we're not. I mean, it's not too specialized, but the tanks that which we do it in, the tanks that we do it in, they're called pneumatic tanks. And you go to a frac site, and we take that pneumatic product, we put it into a system, a conveyor belt, and that's what happens. So it's not super skilled. What it is, it's very demanding, right? It requires you to stay out anywhere from 2 weeks to sometimes 2 months at a time. But at the end of that, if you're out there applying yourself a month at a time, you're going to make $40,000 to $50,000 a month. That's real money. It's not a joke. There's nothing hidden here. We've been doing this for quite a while. It just, fairly recently became newsworthy as folks within our organization have done really well and amidst the pandemic and really stacked against the odds based on our central government's intervention.
I may come out there and work the weekends or something with Jim Grundy, trucking industry analyst. And Jim, of course, we're not only fighting, we're fighting these idiots in Washington that think it's okay to just have solar and wind power. It worked out so well during that cold snap that you had in Texas recently.
Well, we're the largest producers of energy in the country, right? And when we hear that stuff, and anybody that's listening to, hey, the Green New Deal, there's not a company down here in Texas that works in energy that doesn't want to be more efficient, that wants to help the earth and the atmosphere and
Exactly.
all those things. And look, we're all about innovation down here. We're not down here just with black faces and riding on our horses and hauling away our cash. That's not what's going on. We are incredibly diligent when it comes to research and development. But when people talk about those wind turbines, they don't realize how those wind turbines powered right now. Oil, gasoline. Right? So it's not more efficient. And we look at all the products around the world that we consume from distillates and from oil byproducts. It's really absurd and it's laughable, but it's also demeaning to the constituents that are out there listening to that narrative because some folks aren't educated or they don't understand how much oil is being used around the world. It's a global commodity, and then we got some talking heads in Washington that want to sit there and pound the desk because really they want to distract you from what they want to do, which is this right here. They want to keep you at home on a government teat. Meanwhile, commerce is thriving, and they don't want you going to work. It's a problem.
Jim Grundy, trucking industry analyst. And Jim, these are people who have never created a job. They've never signed the front of a paycheck, only endorsed the back of one, and now just direct deposit, of course. But so they don't understand in any way, shape, or form what you're going through, how important this is, because they're up there in their ivory tower. They've never missed a paycheck. Their house is okay. Their power's on. and they don't they don't get it. They don't understand America, and they need to be taught a lesson.
It feels like tribalism. I heard this term the other day, and it's like economic tribalism because big business and because businesses like ours want to go out and create jobs and innovate and help people. It's work cast as well. You guys are on the other side of the fence over there. So because you're over there, even though it's the best thing for the economy, for the country, we think the central government is the best route to help people. And we've seen time and again, they screw things up over and over and over. No offense, but take a look at, if you think they're good business folks, take a look at USPS.
Uh-huh.
Take a look at our mail system right now. They're bankrupt, right?
Yeah.
And so you just everything they touch, it's just like, stop.
Oh, yeah.
If anything, Texas just reminded, and there's other states that have done it now, they followed suit, but Texas just reminded everybody around this country that the power is in the states, right? Governor Greg Abbott flexed, and he was right, and Biden told him, no, don't open that state, and we did, and then look what's happened. COVID's been cut in half in the last 2 months. We're open for business. People are back on their feet. We didn't have to raise taxes to do all this. It's just, instead of raising taxes, just get people back to work. Let them go to work.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Jim, these people have the Midas touch. Everything they put their hands on turns into a muffler. So we've got to get them. We've got to get them out of office and get people in who understand free enterprise again, like the previous guy who did win the election, but not given credit for it. Jim, where do we go for more information?
Go to our webpage. Don't call. I'll be honest with you. We've had 500,000 website hits, thousands of phone calls. We're tired. I'm tired.
I know.
Go to our webpage.
Yes, sir.
Seriously, go to www.sisuenergyllc.com, SISUenergyllc.com. We'll get back to you. We're going through and right now we're in job placement mode. We're trying to help people find jobs all over, people that we know that are hiring that might not qualify for us. But at this point, because we've gone viral and things are doing what they're doing, we have a social responsibility not just to say no, but to help these folks because they're calling from all over the country begging, and it's really sad.
It is. Well, God bless you for what you're doing, Jim. Thanks. Appreciate it, pal. Get some rest.
Hey, thank you, man.
All right. Take care.